beautiful, but I know my way back home. A loving girl is physical, but I never have to roam. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. Everything is magical, even when she's not around. No, it's not that radical, I just know what I have found. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. She's making my life so much stronger. God, let me stay just a little bit longer. She's the one. Yeah, she's the one. Yeah.
Here goes. Welcome to JC Stocks and Markets podcast for July 17th, 2022. I am JC. I've been investing in the stock market for 40 plus years. I have made good trades and investments and some not so good. My intentions with these podcasts are to share my unique thoughts and opinions on individual stock and ETF picks with an emphasis on dividend-paying securities, which are my favorite. My idea is to share my thoughts and possibly give you, the listener, some investment ideas so you and I can maybe make some money. During some shows, we may stray into other topics or news that affected the stocks and ETFs we are discussing. Could be commentary on the government, politics, Federal Reserve policies, current events, or other things that rattle around in my head. To help me deliver the true picture to you, the listener, I've created a blog online called JC Stocks and Markets. The name of that blog site address is jcsstocksandmarkets.blogspot.com, jcsstocksandmarkets.blogspot.com. Blog will have a record of graphics, charts, lists, facts, helpful statistics, anything else that helps to bolster my episode's thesis. The information will be posted on the blog prior to the podcast upload, so you can follow along if you wish. The opinions shared on this podcast are my own, and they are just that, opinions. I invest in many of the stocks and ETFs that are featured in this podcast, and I will try to let you know if I have or will establish a position in these securities. Disclaimer, by all means, everyone has to do their due diligence prior to investing any money in anything. With these stock picks are no exception. Do your own due diligence. With that, let's go make some money. This week's podcast, we're going to get into a stock named Realty Income, ticker symbol O. Realty Income is a self-proclaimed and copyrighted as the monthly dividend company. This is quite a company paying consistent and growing dividends amazingly for many, many years. As stated before, they pay monthly dividends, and the actual dividend rate is 4.34% of yield as of right now. Company is a REIT, a real estate investment trust, paying out at least 90% of its income as dividends. They purchase and develop properties with the intent to lease the properties, mostly to strong retailers, with triple net leases and contracts where rents are increasing. Let's break all this down. One thing I need to mention, Realty Income does most of their transactions in cash to shorten the transaction development time of the properties that they buy and or build. So simply, they plan the funding for new properties via stock and bonds, have it on hand via the capital planning process, and to make the final deals, closing deals, with cash. First slide is directly from Yahoo Finance. Realty Income, the monthly dividend company, is an S&P 500 company dedicated to providing stockholders with dependable monthly income. The company is structured as a REIT, and its monthly dividends are supported by the cash flow from over 6,500 real estate properties owned under long-term lease agreements with commercial clients. To date, the company has declared 608 consecutive common stock monthly dividends through its 52-year operating history, and increased the dividend 109 times since Realty Income's public listing in 1994. The company is a member of the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats Index. Additional information on the company can be obtained from the corporate website from www.realityincome.com. Let's look deeper into the company. Realty Income's property make and lease makeup. You can see that the properties, the clients that they lease back properties to or build to suit for include such names as Walgreens, 7-Elevens, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Walmart, and Circle K. And you'll see the list in the slide there. Pretty steady companies, well positioned for recession or good times. A good portfolio. As I said before, as of March of 22, Realty Income owns a total of $36 billion in property, typically obtained via purchase and leasebacks or developments and leasing to growing clients. They build a suit for restaurants, big box, home improvement, drugstores, etc. Most contracts are long-term leases, triple net lease type with provisions for increasing lease agreement rents. The leases on the books for Realty Income average 8.9 years in duration, which is remaining on those leases. So they have a clear income stream from existing leases for at least the foreseeable future. I'll explain what a triple net lease is. It's for a commercial property agreement. Basically, in addition to the rent, the lessee pays maintenance fees or maintenance charges, property taxes, and insurance. The next slide is directly from the Realty Income website. It's property type diversification. You can see that most of it is retail of many types and the regions that they serve. Again, for the Realty Income website, the top 10 industries, grocery stores, convenience stores, dollar stores, drug stores are included in the mix of industries that they do serve. Next slide is portfolio occupancy, and this is one I found quite interesting, that since 1992, their portfolio occupancy has never been less than 96% occupied. That's pretty amazing to me. Next slide is the development pipeline for new developments. They've got 102 new developments that are underway for retail, and they're all 100% leased right now, and it looks like they're in the process of funding those in one way, shape, or form. Next slide is going to show recent dividends that are declared, actually the last 10 months, and you can see from that the dividend has increased 4 times in 10 months. This company is a cash machine, and it continues to increase in its rent revenues and, of course, the depreciation of properties. The next slide shows the dividend increases, but I think what's amazing about this whole thing, this chart, from 1998 on, they've had between 4 and 5 dividend increases per year, which is phenomenal. This thing generates monthly dividends, and it increases dividends constantly with increasing cash flow and property development, with stable companies that are have steady earnings, steady business through good times and bad. This is again from the Realty Income website, and it's the factor on the left that I'm most excited about. 15.3% compound annual total return since 1994 when the company went public. That's phenomenal return on a year-to-year basis, and that's an average compound return. Next slide I have is a recent quote from Yahoo Finance, which basically shows some of the basic statistics. The big thing I wanted to show there is the market cap. Market cap's $42 billion. This is a large company, and it's positioned well. Last slide I have is a 20-year, actually more than 20-year chart of Realty Income. And what you can see essentially from the year 2000 to 2010, the stock price appreciation, not the dividends, but the stock price appreciation was 250% approximately. And from 2010 to 2020 and present, it's right at about 259%. So you can see the chart is from lower left to upper right. Growing company, growing share price, growing dividend. What's not to like? With that, my opinion on Realty Income, is that the share price will continue its long-term trend upward. A slow march upward from lower left to upper right. And that's based upon their business model of purchases of properties and leaseback, and development of new properties with triple net lease terms, to companies that are blue chip, generate cash flow in good and bad economies, obviously all of which will grow increasing lease income and dividend payments, and of course create long-term stockholder wealth with property payoff and appreciation. Maybe Realty Income is for you, or Realty Income is for you, maybe not. Please do your research, vet out all investments prior to investing your money. Thanks for listening to this fifth and what I intend to be a series of JC's Stocks and Markets podcast. I hope you got something out of it. Till next time, happy investing. You can see the graphics that are shown in this podcast at my accompanying blog, and that's jcsstocksandmarkets.blogspot.com. Please enjoy the outro. It's a song called She's the One by a band I was in some time ago called Just One Goat. I wrote the song, and personally I really care for it. I like it. It's something real personal to me. But the credit goes to my bandmates. They made the magic happen. Bye now.
I know I'm not that beautiful, but I know my way back home. A loving girl is physical, but I never have to roam. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. Everything is magical, even when she's not around. No, it's not that radical, I just know what I have found. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. She's making my life so much stronger. God, let me stay just a little bit longer. She's the one. Yeah, she's the one. Yeah. Really didn't care. I thought I had that feeling. Now I know it wasn't there. It really is a crime. I've wasted all this time. She's the one. Oh, she's the one.